Welcome back to Virginia this morning right here on CBS 6. Rich in omega-3 fatty acids, salmon is one of the best sources of protein, and it's super high in B vitamins. We're going to take a look at this delicious dish prepared by the kitchen magician.
We are so excited to have our next guest back on the show. He is always giving us inspiration for the kitchen. He is known as the kitchen magician, and he is back to whip up another fantastic recipe for us. Chef Ausar AriAnkh, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Doing fantastic. Excited to be with you today, and I know that you are making a pan-seared salmon today. Tell us
Correct.
about what you're going to be whipping up for us.
Oh, cool. I'm going to be making a pan-seared salmon with some pan-roasted fingerling potatoes and sweet pea puree. So it's going to be a nice, cool combination of some ingredients that you can easily get your hands on in the grocery store now. And it's a light dish, so it's perfect for the season.
Absolutely. I see you've got everything set up there in front of you.
Yes.
So let's launch into our first step here.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to just season up the salmon. So I have a nice piece of salmon right here. I'm going to go ahead and squeeze some lemon juice onto it. So once I have that lemon juice squeezed on it, I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of parsley on there. And I'm going to take some pepper, hit with a little bit of pepper, and then just a little sprinkle of salt. And I'll go ahead and mix that around. I have a nice hot pan. You always want to start with a nice hot pan. That way, when you put the product in the pan, it starts the caramelization process. That's where it seals the outside of the fish, and it allows the heat to slowly penetrate and cook it. So it's gonna cook nice and evenly. So I got that in there. I put it down. I hear that nice sizzle that I'm looking for, and we're good to go at that point. So we're gonna do a lot of multitasking on this dish today. So we have several different components. So the next thing I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna caramelize some mushrooms. I got a combination of cremini and portobello mushrooms. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to add some potatoes. I have them already boiled. I boiled the potatoes, and I got some fresh thyme, some salt and pepper, and some oil, and I'm gonna go ahead and saute these in a nice pan right here. And then the fourth component, we have the sweet pea puree. So this is a combination of some sweet peas. I have some fresh garlic, some salt, pepper, some truffle oil, and I'm gonna go ahead and heat that up in the pan. That's gonna be the base of the dish. And
Did you blend it all together, or
yeah,
how did you get that?
I blanched the peas. So blanching means you take some boiling salted water and you just drop the peas in it. And once you drop them in there, then you, like maybe 1 minute later, you pull them right back up. Then you shock them. Shock them means you put them in some ice water, and it completely stops the cooking process. And the reason you want to do that is you want it to keep its vibrant, bright colors. You don't want it to get drab. And if you overcook it, it becomes drab, and you want it to have that bright, vibrant color. So that's why we do that.
I love that tip because I've heard of doing that. I've done that, but I didn't really know why I was doing that. But it's to maintain the vibrancy.
Yes, because if you let it continue to cook, the heat just kills the color, and it doesn't give you that pop that you're looking for on your plate. See, we eat with the eyes. So when something is vibrant and it pops out at us, we'll say, oh, wow, that's interesting. But if something looks drab and it's not really colorful, it's not as interesting to us. So that's why certain colors, yellow, which is a bright color, is one of the most popular colors that's used in like color therapy. Yellow is for happiness. So that's why it's not coincidental that the smiley face is yellow. It says be happy. So colors are really important when cooking and making dishes.
Nice. Yeah, it's got to taste good, but it's also got to look good.
Yeah, definitely. So, all right, I'm going to flip those potatoes over. They caramelized nicely. They got nice color to them. I'm going to take a peek at this salmon and see where we are with that. Okay, the salmon's cooking good. I'm going to flip it over. Let that process continue on. So you'll just be here multitasking with these four things at one time, and then they're all going to marry together well at the end.
So about how long are you going to saute the mushrooms?
The mushrooms, they're just about done now. They're finished. I'm going to show you what it looks like when you get that nice caramelized color on them. So these mushrooms are done, and the onions and shallots. So this is the color we're looking for with them. See that nice caramelization and that color we got on them? That's exactly what you're looking for, and that's done. And that's sort of the same objective we want to have with these potatoes. We want them to, like I said, I already cooked them off. So we're just finishing that process here in the pan. We're sealing them and it's caramelizing. So that's some more sweetness that's coming out with that. So that's what we're doing with that. So the sweet pea puree, this is already done. It was just warming up and it looks beautiful. I'll show you that nice vibrant color that it has that you don't want to overheat. So we have that nice, beautiful color.
Very vibrant. I like that. Now, when with the puree, is it more of like a side that we're going to have, or are we going to put this on top?
Oh, it's going to be at the base, so it's going to be at the bottom of the dish. So when plate it up, yep, it's going to. And you know, another cool thing about doing purees and things like that, if we're trying to get kids to eat vegetables, you know, we can make sauces out of it. It's a healthier way to create a sauce. A lot of the times we make sauce with pan drippings from different things, and we make a roux, which is a combination of butter and flour, and then you know you add that liquid in there, and then a lot of times you cut cream in. So if you want to make something that's less fattening and healthier for the kids, you can make sauces with your vegetables, so we can get them to eat their veggies in a disguised way. You know, it's like you know, hidden.
I love that. Yeah, they don't even see it coming. They're just like, this is delicious.
You have that self help, you know, that hidden health within the dish you're making. Okay, so that salmon is just about finished. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and put the sweet pea puree in the bottom of the bowl so we can get started with plating up. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in there. Nice, beautiful, vibrant color in the bottom.
So you're putting a good portion in there. We're sort of filling the bottom of the plate?
Definitely filling it up. It will be probably the equivalent of 3/4 of a cup of the sweet pea puree. So the next thing we're going to do,
start the plating with a bright color too, you know?
Definitely.
It just really adds a little punch to it. For
sure. And it's you know, that's why, you know, they call this whole field culinary art, because it really is art. You know, and all of us as artists, we're trying to make our mark and create something that's a masterpiece that people will enjoy. Oh, that's beautiful. The salmon looks really good. I'm gonna go ahead and put that salmon on top of there. Okay. Now we're gonna go ahead and those caramelized mushrooms. Place that on top. And then lastly, what we'll do is we'll garnish. I'm gonna go ahead and garnish it with, I got some shaved Parmesan cheese and a little bit of parsley, and that's gonna give it the final little pop on the color palette that we need. So I'll take the shaved Parmesan. I'll go ahead and make some of that rain right over the top. And then I'll take a little bit of this chopped up parsley and do the same as well. And then we have a beautiful masterpiece right here that I'll show you. Let's see if I can tilt it a little bit so you get the whole look.
Oh, that looks so good. Yeah, I thought it was good how it was, but really just adding that cheese and adding the parsley at the end really just kicked it up a notch. Love it.
Definitely takes it to another level. And you see, you have that's one way, and there's different levels you can do with garnishing. So we have that. If we wanted to put a lemon wheel on there, we could do that. If we wanted to garnish it with a little bit of balsamic drizzle, you can do that. So there's several different ways that you can dress up dishes that make them even more exciting for your guests.
We have this recipe. We're going to post it on our website by early this afternoon. Executive Chef Ausar AriAnkh with the Kitchen Magician Catering Company. Thank you so much for another delicious looking recipe.
You're welcome. Thank you.